Hey guys, I thought I would step out of my comfort zone and make my very first video. So it's going to be on the current setup of my Louis Vuitton GM agenda. I first tried to make this with my Nikon using the tripod, and I ran into muy technical difficulties. So I'm just holding my iPhone now. I'll do my best to keep it steady for you. On the interior slip pocket here, I just have some Target page flags tucked in. These came from the dollar spot. I'm going to keep using them until they're gone because I think they're really cute. But once they're gone, I will not repurchase. If you've ever bought these before, you already know that the adhesive on the back is not that great. So they really don't stick very well, but I'm going to go ahead and use these up. I just have a gift card tucked in behind, and I use this for washi cuts on the go. Behind that, I have a Project Life card, and I just found this illustration on Google Images. I thought it was cute. It has the Louis Vuitton Keep All with some Vogue magazines, so I just printed that on a mailing label, cut it out, and stuck it on there for some decoration. I have the obligatory Kate Spade bow clip because, you know, planner nerd. And then this hashtag paper clip is also Kate Spade. I actually like it even more than the bow. I think it's cute. In this first secretarial pocket, I have a few sheets in 3 different designs of notepads made by the Rifle Paper Co. They are my favorite notepad company. This one just looks like an old school piece of paper. The skull has "Do or Die" written in the scroll work, and then the zebra says "Get it done." So I just use these for jots and notes on the go, and as they're depleted, I just rip a few new pages off the main notebook and tuck them back in here. This little magnetic bow clip came from Barnes & Noble, I believe. And so I just secure those with that and keep them tucked back there. Now this was originally a large piece of scrapbook paper. It does have the gold foiling on it, so I just thought it was pretty. And I cut it down to size and laminated it. And so it does serve for decoration, but it also serves a function because it protects the leather on the inside of the agenda from those indentation rings that can happen over time. So if that does end up happening over time, it's not the end of the world. I'm not obsessed about it, but I just thought if I could prevent it or prolong it with something that looked nice, then why not? So this first thing is another Project Life card. I just recently popped this in here. I picked up this pack of sticky notes at Target last weekend. They were not in the dollar spot. They were with the regular Post-it notes. It says things to do and has check boxes here. So the pad that you buy is much thicker than this. I just pulled off maybe the top 10 sheets or so and stuck it in here. If this becomes something that I do use on a regular basis, I will go back and laminate the card and make it a little sturdier. This first insert came from Happy Card Factory Designs, on Amazon. This is a year at a glance. I have 2016 on the front, 2017 on the back. It came to me in paper form with just the print, and I wanted to make sure it held up for the next year and a half. So I just put a couple stickers on there for decoration and laminated it, and now it's much sturdier. This first set of dividers in the calendar section all came from the Happy Planner line. So when you buy the pack, it is larger than A5 size, but it was very easy to convert. I just took a piece of A5 for a template, cut it down, laminated it, and punched it. And this first section is my monthlies, and these are from the Hobonichi Cousin, which is A5 size. This paper is amazing, and if you purchase the Cousin, it comes bound in a book, but I took inspiration from the Louis Vuitton Planner Party Facebook group, one of the admins there, Kelly, had actually posted some instructions from where she disassembled hers in the past. She even included some pictures. So it took a couple hours to do the entire book, but I unbound it, trimmed the inner edge, and punched it. So you can see no decoration here. It's a little sloppy, but these are for jots and forward planning. And then this mark here, I made with a Project Life card, laminated it, punched it, and then just took some regular scissors and cut the slit on the side. And that way it can be popped in and out and moved around easily without having to open the entire ring assembly. Now, when I originally disassembled the hobo, I had the weekly pages here and then the daily pages right behind them. But I had already ordered some other inserts that I wanted to try. I am giving them a try now, and I didn't want all of the extra bulk in my agenda. So for now, I've taken the weekly and daily pages and just removed them. I definitely did not throw them away, so if I decide to change back in the months ahead, I can easily, just pop them back in these sections. These pockets came from the Heidi Swap collection. They come in a package of 5 or 6, and I think I picked them up at Hobby Lobby. My monthly dividers came from Amazon. They are the Filofax brand. They're plain cream. They come in paper form. They're not as thick as cardstock, and I wasn't sure how they would hold up. So I did just run each one through the laminator. Now they're very sturdy. I do plan to print some personal, like family pictures later with my Polaroid zip and decorate these to make them more custom. Just haven't got around to that yet. So these are the other inserts that I had ordered from Amazon that I wanted to try. They started in July. They're also from Happy Card Factory Designs. You have this intro page with plenty of writing space. It moves right into month on 2 pages. You've got writing room in the margin, and then it goes directly into the weekly spread. So I've normally been a pen and paper planner girl. I've just recently gotten into some of the stickering. It's definitely a work in progress. I started with kind of a subdued palette here and then went a little more colorful. But what I'm doing is putting all of the kids' morning practice times, any morning appointments in this top section. Work goes in the middle, and then on the bottom I list any appointments or activities that go on in the evening time. This is the weekly divider that I made at the same time, and I made a today as well. Now, since I'm not using the Hobonichi daily pages currently, I just slip this in the back of the month, and I do have some extra paper here. So if there ends up being like a crazy busy day and I need more room than what's provided in this weekly setup, I can just use this at will and make running lists or whatever I need to do. Now this paper is one of my favorite paper purchases for my agenda. It was recommended by Tasha. She's one of the admins in Louis Vuitton Planner Party as well on Facebook. And I found the notebook after she recommended it. I found it on Amazon. It looks like this. It says Fabriano on the cover. It was like $6. I mean, it was really inexpensive, and the paper is great quality. It's this nice cream color with a kind of a faint dot grid, and it's glue bound. So I just want to show you how easy, if you decide you want to take a page out. I mean, I'm doing this with one hand. You just gently pull, and the paper comes right out of the glue binding. And it is exact A5 size, so it requires no trimming. All you have to do is punch it, and you've got inserts. So you'll see I actually use this paper quite a bit throughout my agenda. Those inserts run through December, and then that concludes the calendar section. So the last half of my agenda is more personal sections that apply to me. I made these dividers with file folders that I decorated with Project Life cards and some washi, and then laminated and punched. When I make another set, I will definitely start out with scrapbook paper instead of the file folders. They are super thick and sturdy, but they do take up a lot of room. So I think if you started with a scrapbook paper or a thinner paper, by the time you decorated and laminated, you would be perfectly fine. So this first section is for my work. I keep a running to-do list in here, notes. These came from the same shop that I ordered the inserts from. This is more of that dot grid paper. I've just got a running list here of items that I need to buy that are work related. Some more of that paper. And then this last bit of paper here is our staffing calendar for work. This gets emailed to me so I can see in advance which therapists are off on which days for staffing purposes. And I just took this, and when I printed it, I just selected A5 paper size, and it automatically sized it down for me to A5. So I just had to trim the page and punch it, and now I have that useful information at a glance. The next section is meals. I do use these inserts every day, every week. They came from the same shop as the calendar inserts. There's a space for each day of the week. I've just manually been writing in B, L, and D for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can list any needed ingredients here, and it's got this automatic checkbox built in. So I take this with me to the grocery store, and as I'm going through the store, I can mark off my list. So that is really helpful. The next section is shopping. I made this insert on Word, and it just has a name or a place for the company name, order number, what you ordered, the date that you ordered, and then once you receive the item, you can fill in, date received. So it's been very helpful for tracking online orders. These inserts came from the same shop, and I did not realize when I had ordered them that there's an icon here in the corner that looks like a grocery shopping cart. So ideally, I think these were meant for a grocery shopping list, but I did not need a separate grocery shopping list because I'm using that running list on the margin of the meal plan inserts. So I just covered that icon with some stickers and used washi to give each page a different topic. So this is school supply list, vacation. We have a trip coming up. As it gets closer, I'll use it for a shopping list, probably / packing list. This one says planner nerd. I mean, we always want supplies, right? This is my personal wish list, home projects, birthdays. I just took our immediate family birthdays that were left for the remainder of the year, listed them with some space so I can jot down gift ideas and mark them off as they're purchased. And this last one I labeled front and back for Christmas, so there's more room, and I'll probably set it up in a similar format. Then we have the health section. These inserts I made on Word. I do use them daily. They track my weight, steps from my Apple Watch, whether or not I exercise that day, hydration, my meals. If I have a meal that's Whole30 compliant, I just use that checkbox. If I have a cheat meal for the week, I use the other box and list what I had for that meal. The next section is social, and I made these inserts on Word as well. I actually just used the same template as the health inserts and changed to Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and blog. So if you want to track your stats, whether or not you've posted or what topic, you just have, a whole week at a glance here. I have blog post ideas here and YouTube video ideas here, and this is that same dot paper. Now, lanyap, I'm a Louisiana girl, so lanyap means a little something extra. So this is kind of my miscellaneous section. I made this oil change tracker insert on Word. I can just list the date and mileage and have my vehicle maintenance available at a glance. Air filter tracker, this is for the AC units in our home. It was just something I was having a hard time remembering and keeping up with. So I've got each of the zones of our home where we have 3 different AC units that need to be changed. I can list the date that they were changed and check them off. This is more that dot paper, custom inserts to make. This is just a running list. So if I get an idea during the day, you know, I really wish I had an insert for whatever, I can just jot it down, and then when I have enough free time to make it, I can mark it off. Now this last divider really just serves as a firm surface behind the paper. There are no inserts behind it. These plastic pockets I purchased on Amazon. There's a top open envelope that I just keep some artwork that my son drew. The middle section has 4 slots for business cards. I keep some of my personal business cards here, as well as cards I collect. And then this was the Happy Card Factory design card that she sent with her order. And then in the zip pocket, I just have a few stickers now. This is a few more sheets of that Rifle Paper Co. notebook paper. And this is just a mirror image that I made for the front pocket with the laminated scrapbook paper. It just, again, protects the leather against the rings. I do also have an LV contact book that I just like to keep tucked in that back pocket. And in my pen loop right now, I just have an InkJoy. But the GM pen loop is much more generous than the MM or the PM, so it's very easy to find a pen to go here. Most of my fountain pens do fit, and the Twist Swarovski, one of the beautiful crystal pens, they do fit here really well also. So that is my current setup for the GM. If you have any feedback, I would love to hear it. If you have any sections in your agenda that I don't have that work really well for you, I would love to hear about those. Or if you have any other A5 inserts to recommend, I'm all ears for that too. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.